Joining me now from Washington, D.C., Illinois Democrat Thom Hartmann and Kentucky Republican David Corlear.
Hello.
Hi, Brian.
Gentlemen, we're facing a $13 trillion deficit. And to pay for it, the Democrats want tax hikes, and the Republicans even seem to be warming up to the idea of at least tax hikes for the wealthy. But let me ask you this. What about just spending a lot less?
What?
What about cutting spending? For example, not spending money like a drunk at a racetrack.
I'm sorry, Brian. I can't follow what you're saying.
All right. Let's say someone is making $40,000 a year.
In an Earth year? Oh, or do you mean on Mercury, where a year only takes 115 days?
No, Earth.
Okay, I can't imagine, but I'll try.
Okay. So someone's making $40,000 a year, but they live beyond their means and are actually spending $60,000.
Oh, okay.
So they don't make as much money as they spend.
Oh.
Correct. But they still tell you that they want to buy an iPad, a boob job, and a nice sports car.
Oh, what kind of sports car?
That's beside the point.
Well, I don't know. A lot of sports cars appreciate in value if you take care of them. Is this guy's car butler any good?
No. What you should be saying is you can't afford these things because you don't have enough money.
Well, then they should just go to the ATM and get some more.
ATMs do not generate money.
Brian, I don't know if you know this, but money does come out of them.
Only if you keep putting it in.
Then have somebody keep putting it in.
Yeah, have the guy's car butler do it. Apparently he's just sitting on his duff all day long.
Okay. Let me try to explain this differently. Let's say you have an eating problem. You eat more than you exercise, so you're getting fat.
Find more food.
Find some foie gras.
Oh, yeah, and with the truffle oil on there,
yeah.
you can get that. It's worth it.
I know. Borrow somebody else's food and then leave it to your kids to pay off the food debt.
Yeah.
Look, guys, you're not getting it. If someone's a binge drinker.
Oh, Scotch rocks.
Oh, I could go for
Just like a
Scotch
nice
right now.
peaty.
Buy that bar and keep it open longer.
Oh,
The BS of A with Brian Sack.
Good evening and welcome to the BS of A. I'm your host, Brian Sack. The United States Postal Service announced recently that it has reached $15 billion worth of debt. To shed some light on just how they got there, we're talking with postal carrier Tom Cornell.
Hey, thanks for having me, Brian.
Tom, $15 billion, I mean, that's a lot of money to lose.
Well, I mean, it depends on how much money you have.
Well, I mean, you're part of the Postal Service, so you know what's going on. How did it go so wrong?
Well, I mean, if it were a simple problem, it would be simple to fix. I think at the heart of it is that a lot of people are using email, and that's replaced a lot of our day-to-day business. But we're still committed to providing mail rates that are accessible to everybody.
Okay, I mean, what is the price of a first-class stamp this week?
45 cents.
Okay, so it's still pretty much a bargain. So, I mean, do you see money being wasted on a day-to-day basis?
Not in an institutional way, but I mean, look, your typical mail carrier makes about 40 grand a year.
Okay, can I ask you how much you make a year?
Yeah, I make about $1 billion. And another thing, and this is a little bit technical, but in 2006, Congress ordered that the Postal Service pre-fund 75
Tom,
years.
I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but you just told me you made $1 billion last year?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Okay. I've been working for the post office for 2 years, and over those 2 years, I made $1 billion, more or less. It's more.
That would seem to be part of the problem, no?
Well, I mean, it seems like soup is watered down sauce, but it ain't. Another thing is infrastructure. Obviously, it's aging, and as you know, when you're always in the red. And
I know, you got the Jeeps with the right-hand side drive.
Exactly. If I may pull back the curtain a little bit, those Jeeps cost $3 billion.
What about those Jeeps cost $3 billion?
Brian, you would be surprised at how much money it costs to take the steering column, because it's not just the wheel, you got to get the whole column off of the left side, stuff the airbag full of money, and then reinstall the whole thingamabob on the right side of the Jeep. Added to which, I got them to overpay for that process, to just kind of like as a tribute to my stature in the post office.
Overpay to whom?
Me, for driving it. The clutch on that thing sticks like a beast. Anyway, think of it as kind of like giving me reparations.
Like for slavery.
Exactly like for slavery.
Well, may I ask, Tom, do you know where the other $11 billion might be?
Yeah, I do. I've hidden $5 billion as a guarantee that no one will try and kill me and get my money or my money car. And I ground up $6 billion into fake dandruff so that I could shoot a shampoo commercial audition tape.
Tom, that's completely awful.
I know. I erased the tape. I took it through airport security, and it's...
Tom Cornell, thank you. We'll be right back. $6 billion.
ABC's 1 plus 1. Learning's great, learning's fun. Fun. Great times and diversity. We're all the same, you and me. Yay! Feeling good, having fun. Everybody's number one. Eating vegan, living green. We don't keep score, that would be mean. Pumpernickel Boulevard. Pumpernickel Boulevard. Pumpernickel Boulevard. Pumpernickel Boulevard.
Hey there, Hoodie. Somebody's looking real happy. Did the president close Guantanamo Bay finally?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. He promised and everything. What you got there?
Oh, it's my report card. Go ahead, have a look.
Oh, don't mind if I do. Hoodie, he is getting more good for English, comma, he learned a nice in class, apostrophe S. And what is your teacher's native country?
Brooklyn?
Okay. So it looks like you're doing pretty well there. What's your grade, though? I don't see a grade on.
Oh, well, grades make people feel bad about themselves, so grades are demeaning.
And this is something you tell yourself.
Oh, no, this is official policy. You see, people who get bad grades often feel like they're not as good at getting grades as people who get good grades.
So you mean they get a brief taste of cruel reality before slipping back into their unsustainable cocoon of denial?
Yeah, well, believe me, everyone sure is a lot happier to feel like they're on a level playing field.
Hoodie, you know how sometimes at night you hear these strange screams and swearing echoing down Pumpernickel Boulevard?
Yeah?
Yeah, that's me reliving conversations like this. Okay, all right. In a scenario like this, we just have to do the best we can, okay? So let's just take a look at your homework. For start.
Don't be silly. We don't get homework anymore.
What?
Well, what about pupils who go home to dysfunctional families or have inattentive parents?
What about it?
Well, if I go home to people who are willing to help me with my homework, I have an unfair advantage over kids whose parents don't care.
Am I being punked? Right?
Brian, homework is really just a privilege for the elite.
Okay, I need to run.
Oh, okay. See ya.
What the is wrong with these people? He's made out of lint!
Pumpernickel Boulevard.
Welcome back. I'm joined today by 3 experts to discuss the issues of the day that are of interest to me. Unbeknownst to me, my first guest was conceived on a frigid winter night in the passenger seat of a Volkswagen Scirocco while Sinead O'Connor's I Want Your Hands on Me played on the radio. Please welcome my 17-year-old estranged son, Todd Sack.
Oh, were you speaking to me for basically like the first time ever?
I'm reaching out to you now.
It's going great. I'm really honored.
I'm glad you're here, and I want to talk to you afterwards, too.
Can I go see Argo with Debbie?
Yeah, it's a great movie. Very enjoyable.
Thanks, Dad.
My next guest is a guy who just got off a bus from Minnesota and is determined to make it in the big city. Please welcome Hank Chesterwood.
Thanks. It's so cool to be here. It's really an honor to meet you, and maybe I could get some of your details and we could stay in touch.
Sure, we can try that after the show. Let's
Okay,
address that after
awesome.
the show.
Thank you.
No, it's great having you here. And thank you for bringing tourism
Oh,
dollars.
yeah.
And my final guest has been predicting our doom for a long time now. No, it's not Glenn Beck. Please welcome Tin Ketchu, a Mayan.
Happy New Year, Brian.
Hello. Ooh, are you referring to next week? The 21st, is that your big day?
That's right. It's my big day.
And is this fairly accurate, your Mayan calendar?
Absolutely.
Because your civilization's no longer around.
Well, we made a calendar out of stone, so those things last forever.
But you think, what kind of calculations did you make on your calendar?
We had some stars And yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Pretty accurate, but the rest of your civilization's all gone. So we just have to rely on this one calendar that you got
Yep,
that right.
I'm wearing it.
So you got that right. Everything else
Yeah.
didn't pan out.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, let's talk about Michigan. There's rioting regarding the right to work laws. Do you think there's a tendency for the media to kind of brush aside left-wing violence as opposed to right-wing violence? Todd?
I certainly realize some things do get brushed aside for decades.
Okay, it was. First of all, I didn't know. It was seven. It's 1 decade and 7 years, and I didn't know. She didn't say anything. We're going to talk after.
I don't understand why it has to get violent, because
Right.
like if you look at all the pictures from the 60s, people were doing a lot of protests in the 60s.
Sure. There was some
and it's always
violent protesting back
yeah,
then.
and it's like people just holding hands and singing and stuff like that.
Putting
And-
daisies in the barrel of a
yeah,
gun.
yeah, and like I mean, the worst thing I saw, some people would spray fire hoses.
Yeah, well, that's
on
pretty bad.
people,
Yeah.
but like
That hurts.
I mean, it's water.
Well, but it's high pressure. Tinkachu?
I think, yeah, I mean, I think it's part of your civilization to ignore stuff like this, and you ignored it at your own peril.
Okay.
This is a sign of the times, and it's only going to get worse. I mean, you think this is bad? You think a couple people like getting called names and pushed around is bad?
Yeah,
Where do you see a dragon?
What, are we going
You
to see
see a dragon.
are you saying we're going to see a dragon soon?
I'm not. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin the
What?
surprise, but
We've got a
it's gonna
week
be-
till a dragon. Is that what you're saying?
I don't want to ruin. I've said too much already.
Speaking of Hank, if you want to see something close to a dragon, there's a T-Rex at Toys R Us.
What?
Animatronic.
You guys have you guys have a Toys R Us here.
Yeah, big one. Times Square.
Wait till that comes
Times
by.
Square. Nobody from New York goes there. But
Okay.
Feel free to
You're
take
going
a
to
look.
take him to Toys R Us?
I'm not going near Times Square.
Oh, good. So you're abandoning him?
Are you? s-
Great. Classic.
Okay. I will take you to Toys. I will do this for you. I'll take you to Toys R Us.
I don't want to go to Toys R Us, man. I'm too old for that.
I will see a movie with you. I will do whatever it takes to patch up this.
Great. Can I have some popcorn?
I need to. I'm sorry. We need to take a break. One sec. Not you and me, but just hold on. Our Under the Table sponsor this week requires you to spend no money to enjoy their product because they are an internet TV show. TheSpiritShow.tv, created by some talented folks in Columbus, Ohio, is about a special type of entrepreneur who's trying to figure out just what his big new business does. Check it out at TheSpiritShow.tv. It's very funny. We'll be right back.
When he says we'll be right back, pack some snacks. Excuse me.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm protesting.
What if a government official were to look down and see you're disenchanted with his or her performance?
That'd be great. He'd get my message.
So you get off on hurting people's feelings?
I'm just voicing my opposition to his policies.
I don't know. Seems pretty heartless.
I only want to point out the inefficiency of ethanol.
What if you came up with the solution to a problem, and all of a sudden this perfect stranger shows up on your doorstep, starts telling you it's inefficient?
Highly inefficient.
Okay, now you're trying to get into my head. Look, I may be having some trouble with my lady, and I'm carrying around a few more pounds around the old belt than I'd care to, but you can't make me hate myself.
I'm just trying to exercise my First Amendment right. That's all I want to do.
All right. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but if you want to do that, you're going to have to go to a free speech zone.
A what?
It's a free speech zone. If you want to exercise your First Amendment rights, you're going to have to go way down there.
That's a real thing?
Yeah, they've been doing it for like 10 years now.
I thought the free speech zone was, somewhere between Mexico and Canada.
Okay, I'm not here to defend the laws of this country.
Yes, you are.
Okay, Greg, this man is not in charge of your happiness, okay? And even though you'd like nothing more than to be comforted right now, if you eat these feelings, you're just going to end up feeling worse. Strength. Sir, if you'd like to continue protesting, you're going to have to do it in a free speech zone.
Fine. Where is it?
It's about a half mile that way. You take a right and it's on
on.
your left. Take it or leave it, all right?
This is ridiculous. Man, no one can see me protesting back here.
Keep it down, dude. You're gonna get us all in trouble. Keep the U.S. out of the UN. Keep the U.S. out.
As you probably know, we play pretty fast and loose with the advertising policy around here and try to divert as much cash as we can straight into our own pockets. But this Christmas, we wanted to use our greed for good. So we're introducing the BS of A with Brian Sachs Cheap to Expensive Holiday Collection. If you're on the lookout for a last-minute holiday gift, look no further. For just $25, I will read your special someone's name on next week's episode. Imagine that name said out loud. Truly a Christmas miracle. Or we're offering to the highest bidder the greatest present of all, a sketch on the show about a family member of your choosing. Imagine your loved one featured in some capacity on Sort of TV. The auction and all the details will be posted on eBay under The BS of A Makes You a Sketch. And for only $5, we will force our camera-shy editor, Rob Arucci, to mispronounce a name of your choosing. Rob will not be provided with the proper spelling of the name and will have to contend with whatever we give him.
Why would anyone want that?
It's a Christmas gift destined to become a holiday tradition.
Please leave.
Nothing says Merry Christmas like this idea we just had. This is all real too. Email sponsorthebsofa@theblaze.com today to learn more.
And now, the Glenn Beck Show highlight of the week.
They just burned down my neighbor's house and shot all their kitty cats in front of the neighbor kids.
The Glenn Beck Show highlight of the week was brought to you by The Spirit Show, an internet comedy show like this one was before we wound up on Dish Network. Check them out on the web at thespiritshow.tv.
Hi, my name is Matt Fisher of the BS of A, and I'd like to take a moment to tell you about a little web series called The Spirit. Now, as you've heard, the folks behind The Spirit have thrown a little money our way to promote their series. You know, their internet comedy series. They came to us and they said, hey, you got a certain number of viewers. Why not tell them to stop watching your show and watch ours instead? So yeah, I'm here to tell you that if you want to see some comedy made by some dudes with some brass, definitely head over to www.thespiritshow.tv. Here's the thing. Their series might be great. I haven't seen it personally because I don't have to watch video on the internet or on Dish Network. I remember when I turned 9 and got a big boy TV and real cable. But no. I bet they run a tight little shop over there at thespiritshow.tv. They're certainly not afraid of looking like crazy, presumptuous maniacs. In fact, let's see what they look like in a clip from their brand new episode.
The office is up here. Sometimes.
Okay, hold it there. Now they can tell their friends that their show aired on like a legit show. I'm sorry, but seeing their faces, it just makes you too damn angry. It reminds me of this awesome story I heard one time. Mickey Mantle walks over to Babe Ruth, and he's all like, hey, Babe, here's a check for a few bucks. Can I have some home runs? And Babe Ruth is like, sure, why not? It's not like we're honorable competitors both trying to make our way in a difficult medium. Hey, Babe Ruth says, now let's talk backwards, because obviously we live in Crazy Town. If that kind of thinking makes any sense to you, you just got to run over to thespiritshow.tv.
Matt, please do not say the name of that show out loud. They may have given me a check for $300 that I cashed immediately, but they have a lot of nerve trying to steal viewers from us. Do we have viewers?
Yeah. I mean, we're no 2.5 men, but I think we have more viewers than CNN Headline News.
What show on CNN Headline News?
CNN Headline News, the show.
Oh, good. Well, see to it that the spiritshow.tv doesn't get a live Ben to kill.
I'm already way ahead of you. I've got Ben and guaranteed ratings killer Ryan, the angry stagehand.
My old lady kicked me out of the house again last night.
Ooh, unwatchable.
Garbage.
Well, that's all you get, you bastards! Now I gotta go spend that money, excuse me.
This is bullshit, okay? We still need to live by society's rules, or else the world turns into an upside-down terror dome, where hardworking Christians and a half Jew and a full Jew, actually sort of like a whole panoply of different sort of belief systems, end up getting shivved in the prison yard of internet broadcasting. Poaching viewers from the little guys to thespiritshow.tv? Is that what it's come to? Not cool! Not cool! I'm actually kidding. They seem like nice guys. Check it out if you feel like it.
thespiritshow.tv. Why not tune in right now? I'll tell you why. Because I'll be out of a job if you people scramble off to watch them. Check them out much later on the web at thespiritshow.tv.
Welcome back. Talking with Todd Sack, my estranged son, Hank Chesterwood, who's just moved here. And is it Titkachu, the Mayan?
It doesn't matter. You're not going to be saying it in a week. You'll be screaming it, though.
Let's talk about, Psy, this Gangnam Style dude. The guy with the 900 million hits. Are you familiar with him?
Of course. Yeah, of course I am. Are you?
Well, yeah, I'm talking about him right now.
Great.
You don't give me the anger and don't give me the passive-aggressive stuff. We'll talk about it afterwards, I told you.
We were talking about Psy?
Psy, yeah. So Gangnam Style guy, back in 2004, he made his anti-American song, and he's getting a lot of flack because he's going to be at the White House performing. And I mean, can we forgive and forget this guy? I mean, did you make a youthful indiscretion? I don't know.
Oh boy, this is like an O. Henry story right now. Did I make a youthful indiscretion? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm still working on it. Oh, there's that one time I had sex with that lady and got her pregnant and then abandoned them. Oh no, wait, that was somebody else I know.
What if the dad didn't believe the mother's story and thought she was looking for something?
You can go after my mom right now?
I
That's the long way around to my heart, Brian.
Hank.
You guys talk so fast here.
Gangnam Style, Psy. Do you like him? You like the song? Catchy, right?
Hey, can I be honest about something?
Yeah.
Because I'm a singer-songwriter.
Oh, great.
And music, you convey messages, and it's hard because messages change over time,
Sure.
and an artist has to be able to say what they want to say.
So you came here to be an artist?
Yeah.
Oh. Pikachu.
Did you just call him Pikachu?
Laugh
Sigh.
it, yuck it up, Brian. Yuck
Sigh.
it up. Keep saying that.
We forgive Psy. Do we forgive him for youthful indiscretion?
I love how you Europeans love talking about forgive and forget.
Who's European? I'm American.
Yeah, you all came from the same place over there.
Many of us, yes. European
Yeah.
descent, sure.
Yeah, you come over, you just stay in a place forever, like whether it's South Korea or the Americas, and you're like, yeah, we'll just hang out forever and then treat everyone like garbage and then expect them to just, forgive us when we make little mistakes. Well, it's coming. Believe
So
me,
is
it's
this
coming.
2012, this is not a natural disaster, this is some kind of, are the Mayans attacking us?
It's hard to explain. It's like, it's going to be part military, part
So there's a Mayan army
supernatural.
somewhere? I mean,
Yeah, we've been hanging out in secret, training.
if we apologize to you, can you maybe call off this 2012
What, this
thing?
prophecy of 5,000 years? Yeah, I'll see if I can call it off quick. Yeah.
That's you're being sarcastic.
No, no. I'll see what I can do.
Hank,
is Nobu a good restaurant?
Nobu's a fantastic restaurant.
we go
Last
there
time I
for
was
lunch?
there, I saw Donald Trump. Which
What?
is not a selling point.
What?
Yeah, but he was famous people.
He's real?
Unfortunately, yes.
He just walks, he like lives here?
He's one of the signs of the end times.
You know what I think?
What?
I think, hey, is that person my brother or sister? I think that all the time whenever I see somebody. Man.
That's all the time we have for the BS of A this week. Please join us next week for our Christmas spectacular. And it's our final show of 2012, complete with another visit to Pumpernickel Boulevard. In the meantime, you can like us on Facebook, love us on Twitter, and remember, if you're ever having a tough time, no matter where you are, you can always get down on your knees, look up to the sky, and see a drone. Good night, America. 11 Madison Park is fantastic. You have the scratch for it? It's not cheap.
I got $30 left.
We'll get it more.
Okay.
About $60. I spent half of it on that magazine.
He said everything I need to know